So I guess, I technically owe Morphe money, but
Let's go.
Okay, Mr. Morpheus, I got you.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna see what I can do.
in the short term, are we making a decision on these defaulting?
If we default them today, Crane, do you think it will make ripple effects that we need to be more concerned about and take the time to think about? Or do we just take the money back?
I think we should think about it and give it a few days. I hadn't even considered the idea of the state just taking the money. The other interesting question with that is, if we do default on them when we take the money, do we just take our money, or do we also take the fees and stuff for Diamond Hand? Or do we make Diamond Hand collect their own fees and stuff, which presents another problem? So it gets very...
What is the status of the latest docket filing?
Everyone else has been defaulted except for Pred and Gunner.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the
Okay.
case, I feel like they should just be defaulted on.
I agree with Davis.
I don't want to show bias. I mean, it also makes the state kind of look bad if we're. I mean, granted, it's not our decision, right? But like, let's say.
Well,
but to be fair, let's say that the public did get a hold of. Everybody but the sheriff got defaulted on, and his lieutenant. That kind of would make the state look a little bad.
Problem here too is like, and yes, we can just use the like Senate has ultimate power thing, but in terms of seizing the money, right, legally, there's no contracts between the state and Diamond Hand or the state and Fast Loans. There's no legislation. So like, why are we taking it? I mean, I get it. It's our money. We want it now, right?
Right, it would be with senatorial approval, right?
It just have to be like a Senate action.
Which
Yes,
I'm fine
because
with.
Yeah, and I'm fine with it too, because we're owed the money as a state.
Yeah.
Cryptofer needs some more investment money, so.
I mean, honestly, I think the cleanest thing to do, if we're just really going to be fucking serious about the whole thing, is the cleanest thing to do is just to bill Pred and Gun, as we would with every other fucking person that, gets defaulted on. Whatever happens from there with, the leverage and all that, as Senator W said, we can investigate.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to handle in time.
Yeah, that's something we're going to have to react to, and that's just how it's going to be, I think. But I think we do have to default them. I just want to let me just take a day and like think it through and make sure I'm not missing anything. So I don't want to give you guys the wrong advice or whatever, but
yeah,
that's my like feeling pretty much certain.
Yeah, I'm willing to go with your judgment on this one, Crane. Honestly.
Yeah, if you want to think it over, I mean, honestly, I'll put some thought into it too. I don't see. I don't know. I don't see a situation in which we don't default on loans.
Yeah.
Well, I think I understand what you're saying, but we also have to consider our position here, where it may be on us to rescue a leveraged sheriff. Like, it may be that the state swallows a big loss in order to keep some semblance of control over our sheriff, rather than a corporation.
Yeah, that's another question: is do we just pay it?
I mean, Christoph really did say the simple thing: if our sheriff is being leveraged, we could get rid of him, though. Like, Christoph did really say the simple thing.
Jawohl.
I mean, we tried an election, right?
That's dangerous. Those people worship him. It's a fucking cult.
Yeah, the last election he won by a landslide, if I'm correct, right?
I think he won. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Those people. I mean,
I think
he's got a fucking book that literally
Then-
calls him the eternal sheriff.
Then the question I ask is, how long can it go before we actually do something?
The worry there.
Yeah. Maybe you gotta
It's like is it really putting us in a situation where we're not going to default on somebody because he has a cult?
Well, it's not so much that. It's the fact that we could, as a state, forgive his indiscretions, and it'd be kind of like a calculated play, right? If we fear that our sheriff, who we can't really fire, is leveraged, then the easiest route out of that is for the state to just suck it up, pay it, and remove the two risks that we are facing, right? But a $13 million state fucking forgiveness is so far out there that it seems ludicrous to even
it's
say.
ludicrous to even
it
consider
also
that.
puts riots in the fucking streets because every other person who's been defaulted on suddenly is like, where's my forgiveness? Especially people who got defaulted for like 50K.
But if we would rig the second sheriff election?
Huh?
So,
Oh, I mean, we didn't have to rig
we,
it.
yeah, we rigged the,
put in
we
whoever
rigged
they
it,
want.
yeah.
We can just put in whoever you want. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah,
first
well,
sheriff election.
Well, if we rig it,
pick
it looks
whoever.
like he just didn't win naturally, and then there's no need for upset.
Right, but
Problem solved.
that's the thing is we'd have to rig it. The problem is this guy has followers like a cult, right? If I understand correctly. It's not that he's a good sheriff and people want him as a good sheriff. It's that if he started his own malicious state, he'd probably have a lot of fucking soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Sure, but I also agree with Christoph. Like, when is enough? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I agree too. And like he's got 2 cases on the docket. He owes us like nearly $15 million.
yeah, and like I think my thing.
I think if we give him a pardon, he will feel like a god, and he has the right to feel that way.
Yeah.
It will keep going longer, and then eventually we will have to fight him anyways, and it will cause riots.
I feel like, yeah. I mean,
Are you sure you weren't Operation Paper? Never mind.
Ich weiß nicht.
I feel like, look, I'm gonna just be frank. I feel like it is a bit ludicrous to even consider giving a $13 million pardon here to the 2 involved. I do find it a bit ludicrous.
I mean, that's like a weekend in Vegas we lose right there.
Yeah, I mean, that is fucking ludicrous. I mean, look, I'll give you a day, Crane, because I do trust your judgment. I feel like a lot of us in this room were leaning towards defaulting him, though.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I agree with both you guys. I'm happy to give Crane a day, because Crane is the one that's, you know, on the floor with this stuff, so.
Yeah. I think the thing is, I think like Christoph said, pardoning him is gonna lead to way. Either way, there's gonna be issues. I feel like, you know, any way we go, there's gonna be issues. You know.
Yeah.
Jawohl. We just have to choose the size of the issues.
Exactly, and I feel like there's gonna be a less sized issue if we get our money back, default, and then make sure we survey and watch closely to see what happens, because if the sheriff is compromised, like you're worried about, then our hand is a bit forced, is it not?
You know, we might be able to. I just had kind of a realization here. The current mayor, Mickey, is keen on installing. In fact, he submitted legislation to me about installing a external civilian oversight committee that would watch over PD for any corruption or any, you know, untoward actions. That would have some authority to issue, you know, punishments when the PD are incapable of regulating themselves. And maybe this would be a good app. Well, yeah, but when's the last time IA's done anything?
Just last week we were called in for IA.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I gotta have a meeting with that guy, Richard.
Which
Dark
one?
guy.
Dark? Oh, is he around again?
I mean, to be fair, just last week I found out that IA reported to us, so.
Yep, same.
Oh, interesting. Okay. But anyway, so, you know, there might be some work we can do there between IA and those people, and something to kind of monitor Pred, because God knows I'm not going to sit there and watch what Pred does every day, because I don't like the casino.
This is so much info. It's crazy.
I think we can work on that. I really do need to go though. I appreciate
Okay.
your guys'
Alright.
time,
Yep.
Appreciate you, Crane.
and we'll talk in a day or so with what we come up with.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right,
All
look
right,
forward to it.
thank y'all. Mr. Coin, I do have close contact with reps from Fast Loans because I just finished their docket a little bit ago, and they will be prepared to send you the information.
Well, I will call them myself. However, I will force them to do the work for me. There is no way I'm going through all those loans myself.
Yeah, perfect. All right, see you, gentlemen.
Oh, my tea's here. Thanks, baby.
All right, well, I hope you feel better.
Give me the clip. Give me the clip.
Docket a little bit ago.
We're in a-
And they will be prepared to send you the information. Docket a little bit ago. And they will be prepared to send you the information.
Well, I will call them myself. However, I will force them to do the work for me. There is no way I'm going through all those loans.
Yeah, perfect. Docket a little bit ago. And they